Welcome to Comfort Africa number 2. So this is the Chit Chat. Now, I want to talk about this because it's kind of important. It's important to me. Might not be important to you, but it's important to me. Please ignore the suit. If you watch my if you watch my prep show, then you'll know I'm in the suit. But I will my next video will be fully geared up. Anyway, there are things beyond our understanding in life. And until we all learn how to find common ground, there's going to be a lot of problems. My last video, before the suit, I got talking about native land, uh, Trump, Biden, racism. Because I can't remember what my this chit chat was supposed to be about, I'm just going to piggyback off that and let y'all understand a few things. We don't have to like each other to survive. We do have to respect each other. We do have to find some common ground that will decide how many damn more lives are we going to lose because we can't get along, yet we all have so much in common. Besides the fact that some of us are rich and some of us are poor. As I said in the last part of that video, we all like to wash our ass. We all like to brush our teeth. We all have to wipe our ass. And if you're a female, you get that time of the month if you're a biological female. So, we have those basic needs in common, with the exception of you have the elite tier of people and you have the working poor. Alright? There's barely a middle class. Some of us are in that cusp. I'm in the working poor, and I know that. And I'm fighting for my dreams because of my life situation didn't turn out the way I had planned it because of other people's bad decisions. I gotta fight hard for my dreams because I'm almost 50 years old. And we gotta understand it until we come to a part in our lives where we can actually do what we need to do and open up the doors that need to be opened. We've got a lot of things that we need to work on. And we can't do it until we end racism. But this is the thing. We could have ended racism a long time ago. But people don't want to do that. Think about that shit. If we could have ended racism 20 years ago, this world would be way better. And if we want to get into a world where people see people as people and not see skin tone and not try to condemn people for being in love with people out of their race and let people live, man, this world would fucking be phenomenal. Phenomenal. But too much pride is what's holding us back. Too much stupidity is what's holding us back. Too much of not using your ability to think. Why? Ask yourself, why am I like this? This does not go to the people who are like me, who know why I behave the way I behave. I had a bunch of childhood trauma. Forced to fight as a kid, forced to go to church as a kid, forced to do a lot of shit, forced to eat shit that I would never fucking eat as an adult now. But no one wants to acknowledge that shit. And the other thing, the most important thing, is no one takes accountability. I left that off in the other video because of the lady that I was at school with this morning talking about this crap about how no one really held Trump accountable for all that shit. You know, because they didn't. They didn't care. Still don't hold him accountable now. No. But I'll never vote for the guy, so it doesn't matter. But I will tell you this. I want to make sure that wherever my legacy is, whatever I leave for the people to come after us, the generations to come in, the generations that may have to make negotiating deals with aliens, I want them to understand that there are people like me that are not prejudiced, that are not racist. And yeah, when we first meet aliens, it wasn't because we were racist. It's just that we didn't know y'all existed. So yeah, our expressions on our face are gonna be shocked. Because we might be twice as ugly as they are. They might be ugly to us. I'm sure we'll be ugly to them. And the thing is that we're not going to know their beauty standards. they're not going to know ours. But are we going to try to get along with them so they don't fucking eradicate us? Hopefully, I'll be dead by the time that happens. Do not make a time machine. Do not come back and get me. That's your warning, not your invitation. I don't want to see the future if we're all still racist and prejudiced and still trying to hurt each other while aliens are coming. Because somebody once told me the only way that human beings are ever going to stop being racist and prejudiced is if the aliens come from outer space and try to eradicate us. Which, if that does happen, I hope like hell I'm already dead and watching from heaven and doing that silent runner thing. We'll close with that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me calling you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me calling you? You better take the children and yourself and hide out in the cellar. By now the fighting will be close at hand. Don't believe the church and states and everything they tell you. Believe in me, I'm with the high command. Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me calling you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me calling you? There's a gun and ammunition just outside the doorway. Use it only in emergencies. It's better you should pray to God, the Father and the Spirit, to guide you and protect you from up there. Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me calling you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me calling you? You better swear allegiance to the flag, whatever flag they offer. Never hint at what you really feel. Teach the children quietly, for someday sons and daughters will rise up and fight while we sit still. Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me calling you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me calling you? I am Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you.